Okay, I'm starting the recording.
Okay.
Now, firstly, I actually wanted to take a look at your CV
Okay.
because there were points. I wanted to take a look at the CV also, and I wanted to talk about the LinkedIn also because those go
Okay.
hand in hand.
Sure.
So, let me just download this first of all. Why is it not downloading? Okay, it did download. Let me share my screen. My God.
Shall I open from my system?
Yeah, can you please open?
Yeah, sure. Yes. Let me know if you're able to see my screen.
I'm able to see your screen, but I don't see the resume.
Is it? Let me reshare.
Okay. And can you also send me the link to your LinkedIn profile?
Yep.
Okay. The first thing here is, Venkatesh, that the LinkedIn link that you have given in your resume. You
Mhm.
just mentioned LinkedIn, and then you can use a hyperlink, and the
Okay.
full link should be there. So in
Okay.
the resume, you can only mention LinkedIn or LinkedIn profile, and then when somebody clicks on there, you can then redirect them to your actual LinkedIn page. That's the correct way to do it.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's look at the summary section. See, it's a bit too big. So I would say you take either the first line or the second line because they look a little bit similar. Like, are you a TPM with over 12 years of experience leading end to end program delivery through cross functional collaboration and risk management? Or are you techno business leader skilled in translating business needs and technical requirements? Right? Those are good intros, but there are two intros. Let's go with one. And the second line is
Okay.
fine that you're recognized for improving delivery efficiency, right? That's all. The second line is fine, but the first two lines you will have to choose which one you want to keep.
Okay.
Okay. Then let's go to the skills section. Can you like scroll up? Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't see cross-functional collaboration or stakeholder management. These are important keywords. At least try to, okay, delivery and leadership. Uh, Probably put the cross-function collaboration in program and portfolio management and not delivery and leadership.
Okay.
Right? Delivery and leadership should be your negotiations, maybe something about strategy, right? Roadmap planning, dependency management. That is something that's in delivery and leadership. Agile and
Okay.
Scrum, again, these are More to do with program and portfolio management.
Okay, sure, I'll change this.
Interviewing, mentoring and interviewing, what do you mean by that?
Mentoring in the sense like I'll mentor the team whenever they are low or don't want to do or some kind of confidence building measures that I'll take up. And interviewing in the sense if at all I want to take the new resource into my team, so I will get
I think do
into
not
that
put it
interview.
like that here. You can say mentoring, mm, mm, uh, mentoring your team, something like that. Do not
Okay.
mention hiring, you can mention, right? Not interviewing. That sounds weird,
Okay. Okay.
right? So, talent management, mentorship, those can be your skills.
Okay.
Tools are fine, technical expertise also looks fine. Let's go down.
So here in this technical expertise, I'm not including any kind of system design related concept. So I'm not even aware of that. Maybe do you suggest me to go through the those topics as well for the interview, or with these skill set would be sufficient?
These skill
Should
sets are
do.
fine. Uh,
Okay.
my suggestion would be don't go for system design right now at all, even with your studies. Just focus on the program management part and the interview part. And once you start interviewing for different companies, if we find companies that are asking you system design rounds or that are asking you a lot of system design concepts, then we can take a call what to do about it, but not right now,
Okay.
right? So for now we'll keep it simple.
But generally, the interviewers do not expect that I need to
Yeah,
know
they
the
don't
system design,
usually.
right?
I mean,
Okay.
unless you're really going for the top companies out there, it's not really required.
Okay. So which companies I should target here? Maybe which companies can take my profile right now? Is it like Accenture, Deloitte, or better than
Accenture,
those?
Deloitte, Airtel, even uh, PwC, Cape Gemini, all of these. And if you really, you can go for Nika even, but they will require some sort of technical expertise also. Not system design, but a little bit.
Okay.
And then there are like a plethora of different startups also. Uh,
Okay.
Depending on which agile framework you work on, there might be different organizations. So it's not like that. When I say you need to go for the top companies, I'm talking about mang companies because I
Okay.
have a lot of mentees who are trying for mang companies also. For
Okay.
their system design is a necessity, you cannot escape it. But with
Yeah.
you right now, we're not really getting into that part of it,
Okay.
right?
But with my experience, they don't expect me to have that system design knowledge.
Yeah, yeah, they don't.
Okay.
What you should do really is, can you put after your overview, can you put the work experience and then you can have the skills in the education section below it.
So you mean to say summary after then work
Then directly
experience
work
in the
experience, and
last
then in the last you can have the skills in the education.
education. Okay, fine.
Right. Now let's go to the program manager part of it. Okay. See, first of all, I'll tell you the problem. First point, leading the $2.5 million GE Healthcare Digital Transformation Program. Second point, improve rate log by leading cross-functional business. Achieved a 20% reduction, this point's fine. Improved operational efficiency by leading agile scrum meetings. So essentially in every point you are basically telling them I led these teams to do something, right? We
Okay.
don't want to do
Mm.
that,
Okay.
right? Focus on, for example, the proactive risk mitigation, right? You achieved a 20% reduction in delivery timeline, right? Do not say by
Yeah.
brainstorming, prioritizing, and resolving key risks with cross functional teams. No, this needs to be reworded. Uh, by carefully tracking risks, optimizing risk strategies, something like that, where you are basically the main actor here. If you're just brainstorming and prioritizing with the team, that doesn't tell me a lot. What you can say is, I did reduce reduction in delivery time. How did you do it? By carefully tracking the risks, by carefully assessing the risks, and uh, crafting mitigation strategies
Okay.
for crafting uh, risk mitigation strategies for key for primary risks, or key risks.
High priority risks. Okay.
Right, so there your action kind of takes precedence. Here I think like you're just brainstorming and prioritizing, so I'm not really giving you credit for what you have uh, achieved. So you need to word it in a way where you are the main actor.
Okay.
Right, the second point, you mentioned improved rate log by leading cross functional business and IT teams. Right, how? I mean, this doesn't even make sense to me. What is a rate log in your opinion?
So that's why, like I have explained through governance and the change management measures which I have followed uh, by interacting with this different teams like IT teams and the users.
How did you
So
improve
then,
the rate log? Like, what was the improvement?
see, for example, improvement in the sense, for example, there were many risks. Initially, the project was not stable. There were
Yeah.
many other things. So after interacting with the users, after interacting with the team, so I came to know, okay, this can be resolved, this can be possible, this is the way this should be handled, this kind of risks or assumptions or dependencies. So in that way, after 6 months of time, maybe I have reduced everything and then made the project stabilized.
So
So
you
that's the
mentioned that
kind
you
of
have optimized the process or streamlined the process, which led to uh, not improving the rate log, which led to maybe increase in velocity, or which led to decrease in bugs, right? Because
okay.
rate log is what, it's basically a documentation that we keep,
Mm,
right, on how we deal with things, and that's okay. You can mention that somewhere in the documentation part, that you optimized the knowledge management system that is being kept for your team. But that's like a low hanging fruit. What I want to talk about is action. You talking about a good action, that you streamlined processes, you did process improvement here, but you're not wording it correctly. Here, you don't have to show what you did. Your duty is not the highlight here. What you achieved out of that duty is something that we want to include here,
okay.
right? So you improved raid log, that's great. But what happened due to the improvement of raid log? That you improved
Okay.
the process. Maybe there was a result of that. Maybe you do not know that. Maybe customer satisfaction increased. Maybe productivity increased, right? Or maybe the rate of bugs that were discovered, that went down because you were taking care of risks. So you identify that metric and show it here.
Okay.
Then your first point, that tells me nothing about what you have achieved. Yes, you led a team, and yes, it was a good budget team. It had 23 developers. It's fine, but maybe the project had more impact, right? Or you can say, so the $22.5 million, was that the profit, or was that the whole budget of the program, or
Whole
what was it?
budget. Yeah, whole budget.
Whole budget of the program. Okay. And what did this project achieve?
Achieved operational wise, there were no issues. So maybe I can say operational efficiency.
No. I mean, why was this project needed?
It's a kind of digital transformation because there were many things that were not digitalized in their.
Okay. What was the, like, was there a rationale behind digitizing the project?
Yes, because it reduces lot of manual efforts. Earlier, they used to have lot of
Were these
manual
efforts ever
efforts.
quantified?
No.
Okay, no worries. What you can mention is, led the digital transformation for GE Healthcare Digital Transformation Program, right? Uh, and then you can mention that valued around $2.5 million, where I led a team of 23 developers and architects. And then you can mention which reduce manual efforts. Just try to kind of create a story here,
Okay.
right? Which
Something.
led to delivery excellence for multiple SDLC projects, something around those lines. But how do I put it? Basically, you have to first of all use the digital transformation word, because that's some things that people are looking for these days. Somebody who has worked on those kind of projects. So if
Okay.
you have that experience, highlight it.
Yeah, I already specified here. You want
No,
me to
you
highlight
did
as a.
specify, but I'm saying lead with that,
Okay.
because I read the digital transformation bit, but it wasn't highlighted to me. I thought that you are highlighting the 2.5 million more, because that's what you worded it like. So what you can do is try to reword things a little bit,
Okay.
right? You take ChatGPT's help in this also,
Okay.
right? Then looks for agile methodology point. Improved operational efficiency by 20% by leading agile scrum meetings to foster collaboration, streamline workflows. Operational efficiency by 20%. See, first of all, save 30% in cost with better resource management. That should be a different point altogether, right? Because resource
Okay.
management is different. Uh, and following agile methodology, exactly what in agile methodology did you follow which led to the operational efficiency? So maybe go a bit deeper, because obviously you will lead agile scrum meetings when you are the project manager, right? You will foster collaboration, you will kind of discuss risks, feedbacks. That's like your duty, but we are focusing on the achievement. So what led to this improved operational efficiency? Maybe it was maybe it was risk tracking, but you already have a point with risk, so I don't want to repeat the risk point here again, right? So
Okay.
remove the risk part, don't focus on the risk part at all, because we have one point of risk management already. Now you talk about we also have process improvement. So now we can talk about estimation or maybe prioritization, and you can talk about reduced spillover rates. That is how you did operational efficiency,
Okay.
right? So there are different ways. uh, I'll tell you how to go about it. So one point is for risk, one point is for process improvement, one point for stakeholder engagement, and one point for agile methodology. But what in agile methodology? So maybe you, tried a new prioritization framework or tried a new estimation framework which reduced spillover and hence improved the operational efficiency by 20%.
Okay.
Right? So, like, you will have to connect some things, and we basically want every point to be kind of unique. That every point is highlighting a new skill in you as the program manager. That is what we want. Okay. Shall we move ahead?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Let's, yeah. So let's just scroll down. Okay, now we come to a different experience. Can you tell me more about the strategic project execution? Like, what is this about?
Okay. So initially there was a transition from Infosys to TCS, one of the projects. So
Hmm.
during that, I was selected as one of the members, and I was as an SME. I went to Infosys for 30 days, and then took the transition, and then came back to TCS.
Okay.
But that process was not very smooth because those Infosys people were not cooperative, and I was shown the hard hand in dealing the details. So what I
Okay.
did was, initially I struggled for 1 week because of nothing, because I can't go to my manager and then say, okay, he's not giving me any KAT, so I
Right.
can't do this. But these people, when I'm approaching them, they haven't did their responsibility. So in that case, I did my strategy. Like, for example, whatever things I didn't understand, I noted down on a piece of paper, and then tried to ask them the reverse doubts, so that they came up with the answers saying that, okay, no, no, this is your bad understanding, this is not, it will work, this is how it
Okay.
works. So they came up with the correct answers instead of directly sitting and expecting them to be giving me the KT directly. I changed my strategy, and even though I wasted 7 days of time, remaining 20 days of time at least, I utilized very well, and then came back to TCS and then started the operations very well. So
What
that's
you
the kind
told
of
me,
change management.
this is not change management, firstly.
Change management in the sense like how I overcame their mentalities or the kind of work I wanted to get in. So all these
It's
kinds
still
of
not change
things.
management. Change management is something else. Change management is when something is in scope for you, for your project, but the client wants something else which was never discussed. So then it goes through a change management process that, okay, now we are also taking this much in our scope, but for that we might be incurring additional scope, additional budget, and additional timeline.
That is kind of change request or change kind of
That's
management,
called,
that
the process is
that is
called
okay.
change management.
But there is something word like change management also deals with the people management. Like, they will not uh, give up the ways they have to give, and we have to approach them. For example, in the negotiations or change
Venkat,
management, all these
you are
things.
a program manager, or this resume is for a project manager, right? So in
Mm.
our world, change management means change management in projects. So when
Okay,
you go ahead with this point, they will think that this person does not have understanding of what change management is, and you will end up not getting hired
okay,
because you
fine.
chose a different
Let
word to
the,
explain
yeah,
something else.
okay,
Right? So what I would say is, you totally restructure this point. This is not working out, and what you told me and what this point says is not even matching. I mean, it's worded in such a way that I'm not able to understand it, firstly, and if I'm taking the pains to totally read it and I'm still not understanding it, then let me assure you, HR is not even going to read it.
okay.
Right? Because they have to skim through 1,000 resumes. I only have one in front of me.
Mm.
Right? Because see, we don't have to use big words, we just have to use our keywords that we already know. Like, change management is a keyword, yes, but this point is not for change management, this is for something else. This is basically you know you finding a challenge and you overcoming it, right?
Yeah,
So you built blueprints and documentation, and then probably you asked them to approve it, and then they corrected you. I think as a story this might work, but as a resume point, I think you should totally remove this,
okay.
because this is confusing as to what change management is, and uh, I don't know which skill should we be highlighting here.
Okay, I thought it would be useful for strategic planning, but anyway, let me remove it.
If you want to use it for strategic planning, no, I don't think. Right now, just remove this.
Okay, I'll remove.
I like the customer focused delivery point.
Okay,
See, you're using the right things, you're just making it a bit heavy. Your points are all too heavy. Like you mentioned, you stabilized the project, you reduced response time to 50%, which elevated the customer satisfaction levels through better team coordination and conflict resolution. That's it. Right? You elevated customer satisfaction through coordination and conflict resolution. Then you mentioned by balancing resources, aspiration, that's not needed. So just
okay,
remove that extra line. After resolution, just delete everything.
Okay.
Then we look at process optimization and execution. Automated 40% of routine tasks and build dashboards that help the team prevent system failures proactively. Okay, yeah, this is a good point. I like this point. Facilitate transfer between team and customer. I think yeah, that's also something that you can keep. Let's go to the Wipro experience. This is from 2013 to 18. Okay, no problems there. Let's go with the key achievements. Okay, fine. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm. Okay, let's just make these changes
Mm.
and then we'll come back. Uh,
Okay.
Also, you mentioned your LinkedIn profile, and that is also very important for us to do. So I'm just opening this up. Okay, let me just try and share my screen now. Let me know when you are able to see.
Yeah, I am able to see.
Mm, there, yeah. So, see, it just says Program Manager ISB. That doesn't work. Tell me where you work. Program Manager at TCS, maybe your domain, what domain you work in, right? You can mention ISB, of course you should, but also mention. See, the HR is, how should I say? You're a page on Google, and LinkedIn is a search engine, right? You want yourself to rank higher. So when the HR types project manager or program manager, your profile should be the on the first page, right? How that will happen if you describe yourself as program management, you can mention. You can mention your domain. You can mention the program manager at TCS, right? Some people also write what they can do for the company, right?
Okay.
So what you will have to do here is for this particular this line I'm telling you. Uh,
Mm.
Let me also open mine so you can just see. See, mine will be a bit different because I am a mentor, so I have dealt with it differently. Let me take you to some of my mentees. Probably they will be more helpful. See, senior TPM at Oracle. OCI is the.
I can't see your screen. Only this is showing my profile. Yeah,
Can you
now it's
share,
visible.
see it now? See, she's a senior technical program manager at Oracle. OCI is the project that she's involved in, and she has mentioned program management. You can mention something else also. Let me also show you a few different profiles for you to have a better idea, because I have a lot of senior TPM at Samsung Mobile, TPM at Samsung, senior Scrum Master, TPM certified Scrum Master. Let's see more. Principal TPM, Director, Identity and Access Management, that's his domain, at Expedia Group. So you get how you are supposed to kind of look at it.
Yeah. So what will be my domain here? Healthcare. Should I put?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
You
But
can.
that doesn't affect my CVs, right? Shortlisting for other companies. So
So it's not like you
people.
cannot move out of your domain. You should totally mention that this is the domain that I specialize in. Or you can
Okay.
just say technical program management, right?
Okay.
Delivering IT solutions globally. That can also be your tagline. But
Okay.
you need to like give some details here, is all I'm saying.
Okay.
Then let's talk about, okay, you don't post, that's okay. See, when we're talking about LinkedIn, those who post always come at the top, right? Now the problem is that a lot of people do not want to post because obviously you might have colleagues in your LinkedIn, right?
Mm.
So if you suddenly start posting, people might notice, and that's like, I don't know if that's the case with you. A lot of my mentees have this problem.
No, that's not the case with me. Generally don't use social media at all, including LinkedIn, so I won't use much.
Okay. See, that's okay. If you don't want to use it much, I would tell you this bit. You don't have to post anything, you don't have to do anything. What you need to do is, you already have 500 plus connections, right? So at least 500 people know you out of LinkedIn. Now what you do is, you can search on TPM, right? A lot of your
Your
connections
screen,
might
if you,
also be see, your
yeah.
connections might also be some TPMs, right?
Mm.
So what you do is, you go to your home and see the posts that people have done. So any post which has the TPM tag, right, or any post that a fellow TPM has done, like it and comment on it, right?
Okay,
What that helps is, their network will know, okay, this is the person, and don't comment like nice share or good, right? A meaningful comment probably,
okay.
right? Uh, these are mostly openings, but for example, this post, right? This is some event for TPMs, or a lot of. Let me just show you my post only, so that will be quicker. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so now you're able to see the screen, right?
Yes.
So this is my post where I am asking TPMs that when you ask for a referral, do these things, right?
Yeah.
This is a very like generic post, general post, right? Now if you comment here something, anything, now, I also have like 1,000 followers, I also have like 1,000 connections. Those 1,000 people will see that, okay, you did a good comment, an insightful comment,
Okay,
right? And now they might reach out to you, or you might reach out to them in the future for reference. That connection helps,
okay,
right? And I'm not saying you have to do it every day. Every 2 3 days, just find a post and comment on it,
okay,
right? So you can comment on my post, or you can comment on any of your friends who post regularly. But it should be like TPM oriented, because we want that kind of crowd, right?
yeah,
So that's how you can do. If you are feeling more confident, you can even post on your own as well,
okay,
right? So those two things kind of rank you higher in the algorithm.
okay.
And the first and the foremost thing is, you need to build up your profile really properly.
Profile means a LinkedIn profile,
Your
right?
LinkedIn profile, right? So, like, I do not see where is your about section.
I don't think it is there.
Yeah, so you have not really built up your profile. So what you do is, you first do your resume properly,
Mm,
right? Make the changes, and then simultaneously make the changes to your LinkedIn also,
okay,
right? And that's how you will get more traction on LinkedIn, because once you fill in the sections, obviously you will fill in a lot of keywords also,
okay,
and those keywords will make you rank higher also. So that's what we need to do for LinkedIn, at least for now, right?
okay,
First thing is, complete your all your details. Second thing, that this tagline needs to be changed for you. And third thing is, once you have done all these things, then you can go back to people's posts on TPMs or anything related to TPM, and comment on them, and good comments.
okay,
Like, interact, try to interact with people, try to build genuine connection with people, so that at a later stage, when you ask them for reference, they don't think of you as another person who's just asking them for referral. They think of you as a person who does a lot of good comments. Okay.
Okay.
And if you obviously if you do not have if you're not added to a lot of TPMs, you should start with, you know, your own homepage. You look at the posts that you like, and you start being more active on LinkedIn for starters.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what we need to do. Now that that's done, now let's talk about uh, what have we covered till now.
Okay, so just moving ahead, is it okay if I use that hiring or open to work tags in LinkedIn? So will that help or
See,
doesn't help?
to be honest, I won't say it helps a lot. I haven't seen it helping a lot. And do not add it to your photograph ever. You can use the tag, like you can still be open to work and not have that photograph
Yeah.
attached which says open to work.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that is
I
something
just
that
did
you
that.
can do,
Okay.
right? Now let's talk a little bit about project management,
Okay.
right? Did we have a discussion about it?
No.
Okay. Like how competent are you with project management, like the phases of project management and everything?
I'm pretty much confident, like from the requirements till the execution. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm part of all these phases of the project management.
Okay,
So
fine.
that's my, yeah.
Okay, see, here's what we're gonna do. Uh, this next week, you do the resume and LinkedIn changes, and you study up on project management. Okay, when I say study up on project management, I just don't mean obviously you know what are the stages of project management. What do we do in each stage? Like what do we do in initiation? What documents do we make? Right? What people do we consult? Do we have any metrics for that phase? All of those questions need to be answered for each of the phases,
Okay.
right? And that will take you a little bit of research because it's not information that is readily available, right? Because most people just think of project management as, you know, just the phases and what does each phase mean. I am asking a different question. I'm asking to go into the depth of each phase, right? And why I'm asking you to do this is in the next class, let's have a mock interview session on project management only.
Okay.
Okay. Um, if Are you familiar with Agile and Scrum?
Yes.
Okay. Like, how would you rate yourself in Agile or Scrum?
Maybe 6 out of 10.
Okay. All right. Good enough. Um, what is the difference between Agile and Scrum?
Agile, I mean, Scrum in the sense it's like overall management of the tasks that we have in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Agile is like whatever tasks that we have to execute, which needs to be given priority and what needs to be done in the next sprint. So all that planning and all will comes in the agile. But overall, how we execute, how we manage the teams, how we plan is all the Scrum.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
So planning, execution, timeline building will all come under Scrum. But agile in the sense how we actually do the execution on the ground. Like for example, which are the priority tasks, which are the next tasks which should be executed first. So
That
according to the
is
business needs,
that is
according to
not the
the
correct understanding of Agile or Scrum, I would say. So you will need to like refresh on that also. Let's talk about what are the different ceremonies in Scrum.
I'm not sure.
Okay, no worries. Uh, so you mentioned Agile, right? So Scrum is one type of Agile framework. Do you know any other types?
Um, There will be Kanban type,
Right, right.
Scrum, Kanban, and maybe I forgot. I need to go through it once again.
No worries, no worries. See, see, Venkat, what I am seeing here, I'll be very honest with you.
Mm.
It's not rocket science, right? Project management is not rocket science, Agile is not rocket science, and Scrum is not rocket science. Everything is easy, right? And since we have all worked with it in some form of capacity, so we think probably, we'll be able to answer it in interviews. Let me tell you, most people aren't able to. Even I
Okay.
was not able to, right? Because what our understanding of something is and what it actually is are two different things, right? So you will be able to answer it in interviews only when you are able to successfully tell another person what Scrum is, what Agile is, what Kanban is, what Safe is, right? If you're not able to understand, make the other person understand what are these things, you won't be able to make the interviewer understand,
Okay.
right? Now, how you will understand is like my biggest tip would be always have an example ready, right? For everything, anything that you read, always have an example ready, right? So I'll just give you a little bit basic and then you take this entire week, right? Take the whole week, but I'll tell you what you need to do very, very properly, right?
Okay.
Let me first give you some brief about Agile, Scrum, and all these things, and then I'll tell you exactly what to study, right? I'll have the mock interview, and if I think even after the mock interview there's some bits of it that's left, I'll provide you my own material to study upon as well. But
Okay.
if I kind of provide you the material right now, probably you won't research as well. When you will research on your own, you will actually learn a lot. So I'm not sharing it right now. I'll share it in the next class, okay?
Okay.
So just to give you a bit of brief, when we say project management and its phases, what we're talking about is probably the waterfall model, right? Waterfall model is basically how waterfalls, like, it will first fall in one area, then the second area, then the third area, right? Similarly, in waterfall there are stages. You will first have initiation, then you have planning, then you have execution, right? One phase will come after the other. And for a long while this is how projects used to be done. But the problem is that if you need to make any changes in the later part of your project, it'll be very, very difficult for you to do so,
Yes.
right? Because a lot of effort would have already been gone. So what used to happen is, if a project is taking 6 months to be made, at the end of the 6 months, maybe the market change, maybe the expectations change, maybe the customer requirements change, and you will have to do the work all over again, right? Because of this, a lot of projects would fail, right?
Yeah.
And that is when we kind of felt the need for another framework. And that framework was Agile. Now, Agile, you can call it a framework. Most people call it a mindset or a philosophy, right? Agile doesn't tell you to do this meeting, that meeting. Agile just tells you that you need to respond to change. So it tells you to manage your projects in such a way that you welcome change and any change does not disrupt your project. You can handle changes effectively. That's all Agile is. And all the flavors of Agile that you mentioned, whether it was Scrum, whether it was Kanban, these are different frameworks of Agile which work on the same principle that if any changes come, we'll be able to handle it, but each has a different way of implementation, right?
Okay.
So when I ask you about Agile, the difference between Agile and Scrum, Scrum is a framework. It is a very tight framework which tells that development needs to be done in different phases, which are called sprints. And at the end of each sprint, a part of the product is developed, which is shippable, but it's your uh, prerogative, do you want to ship it or not? But at the end of each sprint, you are actually creating a part of the product, and that is demoed, and the feedback is taken early on. So if it's not something that is up to the client's expectation, we can change it in the next sprint. So that's how we are taking change into our equation. So as early as the first 2 weeks of the project, I'm getting my feedback from the client, and I can change my product according to it. So I don't have to wait now 6 months for me to get initial feedback from the client. I can change it from the get go. That's what Scrum is helping me do.
Okay.
Okay. So, so project management, uh, what you need to know for project management are different phases. In each phase, what are the different documents that we are making? What are the different metrics that we might be taking into account? Why this phase is important? Who are all the people that are involved in these phases, right? And the planning phase is the most important. So pay special attention to the project planning phase,
Okay.
right? That is for project management. Now we come to the agile part of things. Uh, I hope you're noting it down somewhere.
Yeah, the session is being recorded, so I'll go through it once again.
I will still say just note it down also, because you'll have to listen to the whole 1 hour of conversation to get the important bits.
Yeah. Anyhow, I'll watch it on 1.5 speed,
Okay, all
but
right. So,
because I won't be able to concentrate, maybe I'll just get the points first, then.
yeah, no worries. So, see, from the agile perspective, you need to know what agile is, how is it different from Scrum, how is it different from Kanban, how are Scrum and Kanban different from each other, right? What kind of projects are suited to waterfall, what kind of projects are suited to Scrum, right? Maybe examples of those kind of projects. What else? The different meetings that you have in Scrum. What is the importance of those meetings? Why are we having them? Documents made in Scrum. We call them artifacts, but you documents are the same thing. Different members of Scrum, different members of a Scrum team, or what makes up a team in Scrum. That is something that you can read,
Okay.
right? At least initially, these are things that you should cover, and then there are different criterias in Scrum, like definition of done or acceptance criterias, right? So those things also, just take a look at it.
Okay.
So once you can tell me honestly that okay, now I've read all of these things, I know all of these things, then let's have a mock interview. And let me be very clear, I can be taking class after class to give you knowledge on all these things, right? But
Okay.
I want to give you the most value, because if I talk about all these things, it will easily take me up to 2 or 3 sessions,
Okay.
right? What that will do is, after 2 3 sessions, then we will start preparing for interviews, right? That means 2 3 weeks wasted for you.
Okay.
So I don't want that. So try to get that knowledge. Let's have the mock interview. At least that mock interview will tell me which parts you know for sure, which parts you don't know for sure, right? So now
Yeah.
when I'm giving my lectures, I'll concentrate on the parts where you are having difficulty,
Okay.
right? That will get you much more insight than me just giving a lecture.
Okay.
So really, really take this time to study up on it a bit. Maybe if you uh, want to create your own notes when you're studying, then that's great as well. You should have one place where you can go before an interview and look at all the things that you studied,
Okay.
right?
Sure.
So do it. Let me know when to take the mock interview, and after the mock interview, if I feel you need it, I will share my resources also. But firstly, I want you to research by yourselves.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, but I would say don't waste time if you're not able to find something. If you're not able to find something, a good resource for anything, just let me know and I'll provide it to you.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Definitely, I'll take the help of ChatGPT. But
That's
still,
okay.
if I don't understand, I'll definitely get back to you.
Sure. Yeah.
And yeah, first you complete, then
Yeah.
I'll ask my doubts.
I just wanted to kind of summarize the points,
Okay.
just so you can remember because I gave you a lot of homework now. Firstly, you'll have to edit your resume a little bit, right? Because we'll need to come back to the resume part. You will have to edit your LinkedIn also, right? So take 1 or 2 days to do that. And then from the third day, really start upskilling on project management. Maybe take 2 days for project management and then 2, 3 days for Scrum. That's how you should divide your time.
Okay.
Yeah. And whenever you find any difficulty with any concept, if it's confusing or anything, just WhatsApp me right away. Don't waste time because there are so many blogs out there that when you read it, you might have conflicting views on something,
Okay.
right? So if you happen to come across those confusions, just message me and I'll clear it up for you.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you tell me, you were saying something.
Yeah, I would like to know on the block-wise distribution of the interviews. For example, how much percentage or weightage will be for this project management life cycle and then agile and the Scrum knowledge, and how far. I mean, second part is I would like to know whether my experience actually is suiting for the program manager roles that I'm expecting or seeking the job for. So, as per my resume, whatever you understood is like, am I an apt person, or is it anything related to my work experience that is missing in order to get a job?
See, technical program manager, you can get that job also. I would say you focus on the project manager part first,
Okay,
right? Like you apply to both positions, to be honest, because even when some companies want technical program managers, they don't really care about how much technical you are. So apply to both jobs firstly, and yes, by the looks of your CV, the profile is a match, right?
okay,
The profile is a match, but of course, getting the hit and getting that interview call is a first thing that we need to uncover,
yeah,
right? So, firstly, you fix your CV, and then I'll probably send you some sample resumes also. Maybe I
okay.
did send you some samples, did I?
Yeah, yeah. Last time, based on that format only, I have redesigned my CVs.
Yeah, see, this one is much better than the last one, I would
Okay,
say. But there are still some kinks that we need to figure it out,
okay,
right? And I would say when you're saving this CV, like once you edit it as version one, because what we will have to do is we'll look at the ATS score of this one for your job descriptions, and we'll probably create 2, 3 different versions of this, right?
okay,
Uh, Not right now. We'll have this CV, we'll apply to a few different jobs, and we'll see the response that you're getting.
okay,
So if you're not getting the response, then we'll probably try to inject more keywords,
okay,
right? But not like right now. Right now, just have that CV, so at least we can start circulating that CV.
okay, sure.
And you mentioned about weightage. See, nobody asked you about project management cycle or something directly. But when they are asking you about behavioral questions, or when they are asking you about how do you, when a project is given to you, what do you do, how do you take it to completion? Then when you are telling them, okay, I do this, and then we have this phase, then we have this phase, that is when you have to give these details. They won't ask you these details,
Okay,
right? You'll have to voluntarily give those details. If you don't give these details and give a very generic answer to them, they will reject you.
okay,
That is why I'm giving so much importance to these details, because as many details as you share with the interviewer, that much knowledgeable you will appear to them. That's what we want to showcase,
okay,
right? And Scrum has a good percentage. Even Google asks you a few questions about Scrum now and then.
okay,
Like small companies also, big companies also, Scrum is like very prevalent everywhere.
okay.
So go
Got it.
ahead and like learn about Scrum. I would say weightage wise, give 20% weightage, 20-30% weightage to project cycles and everything, and the rest of it all to Scrum.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Anything else, Venkat?
Nothing as of now. I'll work towards the things that you have mentioned.
Okay. So no worries. Let's just try this way only.
Sure.
Go ahead, study up, do the changes. I know it's a lot of work. Take some time, but do it properly, I would say. Don't rush it just because I said that we'll do it next week. If you want more time, you can take it, but like when you're doing something, do it with utmost attention.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I will stop the